It's Tasha, and I'll be doing a reading for the collective. Hi, collective. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back, baby. What's up? How y'all doing? Okay, let me just kick off these shoes. Okay. Um, how's everybody doing? Let me scooch on down. Okay. So let me tell y'all what's going on. Today was a very, very good day. Let's start there, okay? Today was a really good day. Hey, Rodney, how you doing, boo? Okay, so I do have a couple of channeled messages, just a couple, and we're gonna see what Spirit wants to do with it. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, so let me get started. Hey Bethany, how you doing? So we're going to start with prayer, then we're going to get into the This Might Hurt Tarot, and then we have the Creative Oracle, the Creativity Oracle, and then these are the Witching Hour oracles as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Spirit guides, ancestors, great divine, I ask for clear, honest messages on behalf of the collective of all 12 zodiac signs. What is it that you have for the collective of all 12 zodiac signs by way of Holy Spirit? In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, so shall it be. Ashe. Okay, y'all. So this first channel message that I got. So I was getting gas, and I come out and I see karma's a bitch. Only if you are one. That's what they said. Karma's a bitch only if you're one. And I was like, well, damn, okay. And I didn't think nothing of it. At the time, I didn't. I was like, okay, I'm going to just keep a mental note because sometimes Spirit be having me pay attention to stuff. And then later on, they'll bring it back out. So that was the first sign. Then they had sent me to go get some packages from another station. So I go do this. And as I'm driving, in front of me, hey, Bit by Charlie, what's up, Teresa? So as I'm driving, I see a truck that says Department of Corrections. And I was like, oh, Spirit, what the hell? So needless to say, somebody's going through a great deal of karma, but it says only if you was out here. People say karma's a bitch, but only if you're acting up. If you are in the seat of doing wrong, then you're going to say that about karma. But karma's really good to those who are on the side of right. So if you're out here and you know you're doing the right thing, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But the ones who was out here creating all kinds of hellfire, now that's another thing. Now, with the Department of Corrections, needless to say, the universe will only allow people to go so far before you have to reap what you sow. So somebody is feeling like they are on lockdown right now. Somebody feels like they're being punished. They might be in some form of isolation, like spiritual jail, if not real jail. So it feels like they're stuck. And I don't know if any of you all have ever experienced bad karma. It is not fun. Being on the other end of karma, it is not. Like spiritually, it's not fun because you can't really hear from your. It's like all your spirit team will back up, and then it'll be like radio silence because they letting you getting your butt whooped. You see what I'm saying? You might not have that peace from the divine. Then your pockets are being hit financially, so that's a problem. Okay, so when your pockets have been hit and you're going through all of that, it can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? So then on top of that, God forbid, whoever this is, you're going to reap what you sow. So if you was throwing any type of spell work, black magic, talking ill about somebody, wishing the worst on somebody, and then God allows the universe to give you that back in full, then of course you're going to feel like you are going through some correction that you clearly did not want. Because see, everybody always wants to be on the side of right. And there's times, I get it, people don't like people. But sometimes you just need to know when to leave well enough alone. So maybe somebody out here decided to hit at someone who was highly protected. And now they didn't effed around and found out. So let's get into the reading. Because we're going into the This is called the This Might Hurt Tarot. So let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has for us, okay? I'm not in the mood. I'm in too good of a mood to let my trolls knock me down today. I've had the most blessed day, and I've just been walking on sunshine. So I'm sorry that you're miserable, whoever just sent that little message. I'm too happy to let you bother me today. Hey, angelic angel. You know, I have my days where sometimes I'll go toe to toe with some of these trolls. And then other days I'll be like, not today. Hey, Chris. How you doing? Holy Spirit, what is it that you have for the collective of all 12 zodiac signs? What is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to know? Thank you, Big Boss Charlie. I'm pretty sure you out here looking just as fabulous and as beautiful as always. That's right. Listen, when I tell you I have been so... I kid you not. I be feeling like God will give me a natural high, honey. I be out here just... You just gonna keep putting that. Thank you. Is that supposed to be in reverse? Oh, right. Okay, thank you. Holy Spirit, let's get one more. We got the Seven of Wands in the upright. The Eight of Swords is in reverse. The Three of Cups is in the upright. The Nine of Cups is in the upright. And the Nine of Swords is in the upright. So let's talk about it. You know, the Seven of Wands is about the art of war, right? Somebody's protected. Very protected. Even when it looks like they might be an easy target. And somebody may have thought somebody was alone. See how it's just one person? And then most of these arrows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows are pointing right at this person, right? You staying to the end tonight? Okay, that's what's up. So here it is. One person was probably being attacked by multiple people. And maybe because they thought that it was just you, you weren't going to stand your ground, that you was just going to roll over and take it. Not so, not so. With the Seven of Wands, this is also like Spirit putting up some blockages. Somebody is heavily protected, regardless of what it looks like. So while it may look like somebody was out here single and alone, they're not alone. In fact, they're heavily protected, so much so that this right here don't mean a thing. Now, what's going to bother this person is that because, see, when they were trying to attack whoever this is, they probably thought that they was going to be able to win against this one. But with the Seven of Swords being in the upright, this one looks like they're winning. But the reason why they're winning is because, thank you, Jeremy. It says the reason why they're winning is because they're so heavily protected by the Most High and their spiritual team or their ancestors. Somebody out here is protected. You are definitely protected. Somebody is like, Spirit is watching over you. Now, so while this person thought that you were an easy target, and you were not, and you didn't just back down and roll over and take it, with the Eight of Swords here in reverse, you seem to keep getting out of whatever box somebody kept trying to put you in. Now, this person, however, maybe at one point they thought that they were winning because they couldn't see everything that was going on with you. So there were celebrations. There were people in celebration. Look at them dancing. Yeah, we got them. We got them. Yes. Not knowing that you out here free. Okay. So that being said, with the Nine of Cups is in the upright, somebody's personal wish fulfillment was to celebrate and try to create Oh Lord. With the Nine of Swords here in the upright, trying to create a stressful situation. Their personal wish fulfillment was to create stress for you. And every time that they thought that they was creating stress for you and attacking you, they celebrate. So them and their friends, they all threw their cups up. Yes, we have got the collective. And this is their personal wish fulfillment. But even though they, like I said, they kept trying to attack you, you kept getting out. Okay? Now, let's talk about this Seven of Swords. Hi, Arif. Let's talk about the Seven of Wands in the upright. Holy Spirit, what you got for the Seven of Wands in the upright? Listen, somebody thought that when they left you, you was going to be completely unstable. So that's one way that they thought that they was going to be able to defeat you. Because like with the Seven of Wands, this might even be them thinking that they won, truth be told. So they're thinking, maybe they thought that they had won and they had beat you, but here you go. Free. Okay? Not worried about nothing. So here it is. They thought that they could attack you. And when they left you, you were going to be very unstable. Well, if you're not with me, then financially, you got to be unstable. Two of Swords in reverse. But every time they looked up, the person who attacked you, you weren't struggling at all. Two of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. Oh. I feel sorry for you, Tashika. Because if you believe that so much, why don't you start a channel and preach the good word? Okay? Do that. Do that. Instead of coming in here, starting on another platform. Start you one. Minister. If you really believe that. Just saying. And I'm going to keep saying that because some of y'all need to get it together. Hey, Tidbits and T. How you doing, baby? So let's go on. J-Star Sound, welcome. How are you, honey? Jeremy. Oh, did I speak to you, Jeremy? Hey. Okay, y'all. So this person thought that you was going to be, I've left you. You're going to be unstable. Hey, Sapphire. I've left you. You're going to be completely unstable. But when they look up, because you're protected, no. What they end up seeing is that you're not juggling financially or emotionally at all. You're not struggling at all. And this is like got somebody a little confused. Well, how is it that you keep getting out? Eight of Swords is in reverse. So they're thinking that, okay, financially you're gonna be all over the place. But instead of you looking like you are struggling, you just look like you're just doing just fine, baby. Hi, Metasar. How you doing? Or Metasir. Is it Mudseer? Mudseer. Clarify the Eight of Swords in reverse. What's up, Miss Talented One? Come on in. Okay, listen. Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. Ace of Cups is in the upright. This person thought, I'm telling you, I'm not going to give you nothing. I ain't going to give you nothing. I'm not going to plant no new seeds with you. Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. You're not going to have any money. This is what they thought. And here you go, getting out. Looks like the divine loves somebody. Blessings in overflow. You're emotionally happy. It looks like the when it comes to you, God always comes in with an olive branch and just makes your heart just sing like Sunday morning. So when this person thought you would have nothing, they look up and you got blessings and overflow, and you didn't got free from some prison they kept trying to put you in. This is fried. Clarify the Three of Cups. I love it, Holy Spirit. I love it. Holy Spirit, clarify the Three of Cups. So these people thought that they was going to celebrate. So maybe it was them and their friends. Because it did show six other wands was facing you, right? So they thinking you by yourself, so you're an easy target. So here it is. They're up here. They're celebrating. They high-fiving. Yes, we got the collective. We got the collective. But here it is. They thinking they had caused you endings, right? I done put 10 swords in your bag. I done caused you all sorts of endings. I done broke up with you. I done left you out here by yourself. They look up and somebody's showing you love. King of Cups in the upright. So while they're celebrating, sitting up here thinking, hey, Cody, how you doing, sweetheart? So while they're sitting up here thinking that they can put 10 swords in your back and break your little heart, and they're celebrating about it with their third parties because they did try to attack you, there you go with the King of Cups in the upright. It's like the universe just comes in and treats you with a great deal of love. This is interesting. Now, why am I saying this is interesting? Because they kept thinking financially you was going to be doing bad. Mentally you was going to be doing bad. Oh, I done left you. Oh, I bet you going through all kinds of endings. And here it is. The universe is like, not my baby. Not my baby. My baby going to be doing just fine. Not juggling financially or emotionally. Not one little bit. How you doing, Ashley Jeffers? So here it is. And Cody, how you doing, baby? How have you been? I be thinking about you sometimes, Cody. I do. I be wondering how you be doing. You be on my mind. Jesus rebukes you too, Gary, and your negative attitude. You can't. Y'all cannot. Not today. I'm telling you, the goodness of the Lord is here, honey. I'm telling you, I've been happy all day. Ain't nobody like you cannot. He's talking about I rebuke you. Child, please. God, does God even know you? That's not going to deny the ghost. Somebody's personal wish fulfillment was to cause you stress. Let's talk about this. What's up, Shatria and Shiloh? How you doing, Shiloh Star from Australia? This is your first time watching? Well, honey, you in the right place. Welcome to I Am the Light. Let's talk about the 9 of Cups in the upright. Veronica Andrews, how you doing, sweetheart? Y'all, come on in. Double tap the screen. Let's get these likes up, please, and thank you. So this person's personal wish fulfillment was to cause you endings. And they certainly tried. And every time they thought that they had created endings for you, here it is, they celebrated. So this is all they worked on, was trying to cause death to you in all kinds of fashion. I want you to go down. I'm going to create death. Apparently, they wanted you to feel death in your emotions as well as your finances, because they didn't want nobody to show you love. But somebody out here is loved by the universe. So notice, y'all, my channel message said karma is only a bitch if you are. And then I seen something that said ignore him. Because listen. If Gary happens to still be watching, I'm going to tell him the same thing I told Miss Thang. Gary, if you are that passionate about Jesus Christ and want to rebuke somebody, start a channel, baby. Why don't you preach the good word? That's what I'm saying. Y'all just keep trying to attack people instead of doing the job. Jesus said, follow my lead. Y'all really look like Jesus didn't attack people. Like you don't know God, and you clearly don't know Jesus because you don't move like them. Just saying. So that being said, we have another one. Oh, yeah, you can go too, boo. So anywho, this person's personal wish fulfillment was to create death in these areas for you. And they thought, this is what I want to do. You're going to go down. Them and their friends that they had to attack you, they all celebrated. But remember those channel messages. I seen Department of Corrections and karma's only a bitch if you are. Now, so this person is expecting you to go down, right? You're going down. But you kept not going down because karma has to be good to you because you're not out here doing anything wrong. So that being said, the Lovers is in the upright, but we also had a page 1. So listen, every time you tried to get something off the ground, this person was trying to come in and kill it, right? But they didn't know that you were so loved by the universe with the lovers. It was like God said, I'll partner with you. I'll work with you. Your spirit team said, we'll work with you. So here it is. This person didn't want anybody to show you love. And the universe is like, somebody is really, really, really loved by the universe. King of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's looking like God was raining down blessings and blessings and blessings and overflow. Your heart cannot be moved or shaked because, listen, God loves you. God said, this is my baby. Let's talk about the nine of swords. Oh, my nose is itching. Holy Spirit, can you please clarify the nine of swords? Playing in the dirt. Yeah, I'll be playing in the dirt maybe this weekend. We got the Tower, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Cups. Listen, this person wanted you to be so stressed out. So here it is, because they're trying to create stresses for you. They kept trying to send you tower after tower after tower, hoping everything in the world will be closed off from you. Listen, if anybody tried to come in and give you anything, that you would be closed off from communication, the whole world will be shut off from you because they was trying to create death, right? So this being said, so here it is, somebody is out here. It's called I Am, honey. God doesn't know you and you're backward speaking. Sorry. I'm just too happy tonight. I cannot. Y'all are so crazy tonight. Instead of I am, he says, am I being dumb? Most certainly you are, sir. Yes, you are. Okay, that being said, somebody kept trying to cause towers for you, right? They thought you was going to be closed off from the world, but every time they looked up, boop, Three of Swords is in reverse. Somebody just kept healing. Can you imagine if you kept wanting to put somebody in a prison with that Department of Corrections and they kept getting out? They kept getting free. They kept having a key to get out of whatever prison you kept trying to put them in. It was like you cannot steal somebody's joy. You cannot rain on their parade. No matter how many endings you did. If somebody was out here bippity, boppity, and booing, doing their best to create ending after ending after ending. And here it is. Your universe said, nope, your karma's good. Because karma is only going to hit you if you've done something worthy for karma to hit you. Like negative karma. Dharma is when you're doing good. Karma only hurts you if you're out here creating hellfire. And you certainly was not doing that. So here it is. The Wheel of Fortune is in the upright. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. The King of Wands is in the upright. Listen, you kept experiencing good luck. No matter what this person did to you. Somebody just kept experiencing good luck. And so while this person kept trying to treat you with all this selfishness, they didn't want nobody to give you any money. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to break up with you. God came right behind this person and kept showing you love. So here it is. This person kept thinking, okay, nobody's going to help them, right? And instead, God said, that's not true. I'm going to give them good luck. In fact, I'm going to crown this person as the King of Wands. You know what this is? The King of Wands is a natural born leader. So then this person was like, well, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to create endings for them. And then God took the very thing that they kept trying to end and put it in a position of leadership. Can you even imagine the look on their face? I'm just saying, picture that in y'all's head for a minute. Somebody kept trying to send endings. And God kept saying, nope, not happening. Nope, I love them. Nope, I'm going to put them in. So instead of you having an ending, you actually elevate to a position of power. And now this person, because they thought that when they left you, child, you can't even spell profits. What is going on? What is going on? Baby, that's not how you spell it, sweetheart. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. But no, baby, it's profits with a PH. You put profits like money. No, baby, that's not how you spell it. Listen. Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse. Okay, here with the emperor. Here with the emperor in reverse. Oh, she was calling me a false prophet? Oh, baby. Oh, Ashley. Too bad. Okay, the emperor is in reverse. Emperor is in reverse, right? So this person dropped their position. They decided that if I leave you and I stop taking care of things, everything's going to fall for you. But see, you were being partnered. It's like the universe or the Most High or your spirit team decided to back you. And so because they were backing you, you do not get these endings that they kept doing. So it was like they kept blocking it because you're highly protected. And so while this person wanted to see you as a nobody, God said, no, they're not a nobody. They are somebody to me. They're so much a somebody to me, I'm going to put them in a position of leadership. This is a natural born leader. And so I feel like when I call judgment, where this person wanted to create endings, God said, no, not so, not so. They kept trying to send death, tower moments, and then the Four of Cups means they wanted the world to be closed off from you. And God said, no, Three of Swords is in reverse. Judgment is in the upright. It was like the universe was saying, we're ruling. And the ruling is you will get a brand new start and you will be healed completely. 100%. So here it is. The very people who thought every time they hit you, they probably thought you were going down. They probably thought you was in a middle prison. They probably thought you was losing your mind. And God is like over here just raining down all these blessings and love and giving you peace of mind. I tell y'all all the time, listen, blessings don't just have to be monetary. Hey, Ashley, you back? I didn't know what the hell was going on with you, girl. What's up, Jessie Cox? How you doing, sweetie? And Mandy, welcome. How you doing, baby? So here it is. Listen, Rainbow. What? Is it Rainbow Iris? Is that? I don't know what your name. I don't know what your name. I'm going to just call you Rainbow. Hey, Rainbow. Crystal. How you doing? Is it Eyeless Red? How you doing? Welcome, sweetheart. It's so many of y'all in here. Cindy, hey, thank you for the hearts, boo. Ooh, I appreciate you. Listen, so here it is. This person kept thinking you was going to experience all these endings. And it's like they don't see you the way God sees you. And y'all know that's how the world is. Sometimes people will hate. Your light will irritate somebody's demons. This person hates you so much so they wanted to create all these endings. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't hate anybody that much because I don't care. I just don't care. I have my own world. But whoever this is, your light irritates their demons because they ain't got clearly nothing else to do. Because grown people who have real businesses and children and a lot of stuff going on, they don't have time to sit up here and hate and wish this type of hate on somebody. Because your mind is focused on 10 other things that you have going on. So this person, they don't have that kind of time. This is somebody who every time you succeed, it probably highlights their failures. I'm not even kidding you. So every time you look like you're getting over something, they're the type that would go further and further down. There's no picking them up. So you can't, I told y'all yesterday, you can't help people like that. You just can't. So while sometimes people can have a woe is me story. Ooh, I grew up in a bad situation. I was beat on. I was SA'd. I was this, I was that. All kinds of horrendous childhood wounding. And so sometimes when you meet these people, you want to just hug them and say, child, everybody in the world is not like that. Let me love you. But they can't receive that type of love. So here it is. This person sounds like one of these people. So every time they kept looking at you, and some of y'all are loners. And so when you walk alone, you don't keep a large crowd around you. And so they don't like that you always seem to be joyful. They don't like that you always seem to be on top. So they thought, okay, well, you're an easy target. We're going to hit you. But see, they don't understand that while you're by yourself, most people who are loners, they're going through spiritual awakenings. These are people who are normally very spiritual. These are normally people who are very close to the divine. Not always, but a lot of times y'all are. You're not just an introvert just to be an introvert. You know what I'm saying? There's other things going on. So here it is. This person misjudged the situation. They thought you was one of them introverts that just was a free bird. And God is like, no, this one, we keep our eye on you. So here it is. Somebody is out here literally watching over every move you made. So every time somebody hit through something, they're holding up a shield and blocking it. Every single time. It was like your angels was on guard. They got mad because they seen, like, listen, it looks like somebody's attacking you, but Spirit is like, nah, not happening. So they got a guard up around you. So even though these people kept sending magic, and there is magic out here, even though there's no magician card or anything like this. But for them to keep doing... Now, why am I saying magic? Because whoever this is with all this death stuff, like, that's how else are you going to create endings? You know what I mean? Okay, well, I'm going to just block you from getting a job. No, this person was going hard for it. And every time they did something, they thought that they was winning. But God kept coming in, and where this person wanted you to be... You know, all your stuff going out of control. God just kept saying, nope, you're not going to be out of control. In fact, I'm going to elevate you. So imagine how they feel when the universe continues to elevate you and they hate you so much that they keep wanting you to go down. See, this is what I'm talking about. So justice is out here in the upright with the 6 of Cups. With the 9, see, this is what I'm saying. It's like this person is misjudging the whole situation because they don't understand. I'm going to be honest with you. It's almost like, listen, 9 of Pentacles came out, Hangman, 9 of Pentacles upright, Hangman upright, 5 of Swords is in reverse. It keeps looking like the universe is ruling in your favor. So no matter what this person does, no matter how many times they hit you, the universe is coming in with justice with the sword of truth up. Now, the sword of truth is up. That means that, listen, just like the Queen of Swords or anybody in a judgment position, when that sword is up, they have to look at the facts. And the fact is you have to remain balanced because you didn't do nothing. Karma's only a bitch if you are. You weren't out here being a bitch to nobody. You wasn't bothering nobody. A lot of y'all was just minding your damn business, not knowing that all this was going on anyway. So it's like the universe had to rule in your favor. Your scales have to remain balanced. The universe has to continue to be good to you with the 6 of Cups. So normally the 6 of Cups has to do with something from the past, right? But the past for you is not like that. I think Spirit is saying we have to keep coming in and showing you love and kindness and balancing out your scales because you didn't do nothing wrong. You did not do anything wrong. So while this person continues to try to hit you, we have to continue to keep you in a position where you're not codependent on anybody. 9 of Pentacles. This is somebody who has gone through all 5 stages of healing. This is somebody who is spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially sound. We have to do this. There is no way in the world. So this person really needs to go back to the drawing board and go have a sit down and think about some things. Why is it that they keep not falling down? Because they haven't done anything wrong. God, this is somebody who is respecting the Most High. So they got to go sit down and change their perspective. So the reason why God is not allowing them to fall in your snare is because, one, you must obey the Most High. Somebody out here follows divine instruction. So when God tells you, no, baby, don't do that, you don't do it. You don't do it. So this is why the universe keeps ruling in your favor. Collective didn't do anything wrong here because they listen to us. Somebody listens to their third eye. You know, when Spirit talks to you, they always talk to you through your crown, through your third eye, signs, synchronicities, and omens. Somebody knows Spirit and Spirit knows them. So whoever kept throwing all this magic, who kept wanting their personal wish fulfillment to be death and endings and all of this here, Spirit is saying, nope, you need to go have several seats and think about this. Go change your perspective. And when you do, you need to come back and apologize for trying to win at all costs. So now the universe is now telling this person, you need to come back and apologize because they did not do anything. worthy of endings. That's why we keep resurrecting them. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Divine Roberts. How you doing? Redivan. Boss Queen. Oh, I like your name. What's up, girl? You said, I don't know. You know something? I'm going to tell you something that my daughter told me. She said, you know, I went to go visit my grandparents and my family. I have family back in Atlanta. So she said, you know, one thing Grandma and Grandpa told me the last time I went to see them, nothing lasts forever. Just give it some time. Because you just said you want to get unstuck from your living situation. It will happen, baby, in divine timing. But you also could be doing some things. So ask God to give you some ideas that will help you to get out of your situation faster. Okay? And then when they give you these ideas, act on them. That's one thing. Because faith without works is dead. So God will get you and shift the stuff. But you got to be doing your part too. Okay? So make sure you get on that. Okay? Because nothing lasts forever. There's an appointed time for everything. Listen, this person, Spirit said you need to go back. It's like Spirit is telling somebody you need to go back and really think about why you keep trying to put them in endings with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords here is about putting somebody in a coffin and isolating them. But it came in reverse. So it's like Spirit is saying, you need to go back and rethink about this. Why is it that we keep ruling in their favor? Go back and think. Now it's like the universe is telling them, think. Because you need to go back because all these things you keep trying to do, we keep undoing. Why aren't your plans working? Your plans are not working because you need to release the devil. You need to birth something different here. Because we're not going to let them, with the world in reverse, experience an ending. So no matter what they do to you, it's like the universe is standing up. The angels, the Most High, your spiritual team is standing up and saying, we're not going to let this be the end of them. No, you need to go back and think. So it's almost like the universe is now chastising this person and going, okay, clearly you're not understanding why they keep winning. So why don't you go sit down and think about why this is not working? Every plan you have, it's like it's not working out. It's just not. So every time they kept trying to make it so that you never had all the stuff that you need, the universe kept saying, nope, I'm going to come in and give you whatever you need. See how he's giving this little girl something? It's like God is seeing you as his baby. So this person with the Two of Wands, when you do a Two of Wands, right, when it's in the upright, you're doing an assessment. Do you have everything you need? This person kept wanting you to not have it. But God said, no, we're going to come in and give it to you. And so Spirit is saying, why don't you go back and think about why this is not working? Why do they keep getting free from the devil? Think about it. Why do you think that I keep freeing them? Spirit says, listen, they done told you 2 times. These 2 cards mean go back and think. Even justice with the sword being upright. This is like the truth. What do you think the truth is on why we keep freeing them? Go back and look at it. Somebody needs to go back. Spirit said you need to go back. Why is it that every time you try to create an ending, we just have them birth something better? Because the Ace of Wands is about birthing a new beginning. Why does God keep giving you new beginnings? Because you keep wishing that they have endings, but I'm going to keep allowing them to birth new beginnings. They will never end. Their world is not going to end, period. Point blank, period. Somebody needs to go sit down and meditate on why is it this particular person can't go down. And it's because they have not done anything worthy for them to go down. This is somebody who listens to the divine's voice. You see what I'm saying? Well, honey, Xavier, maybe tarot ain't for you, sweetheart. You said you done heard multiple and they all contradict. It's not the reader. It's you. Because normally collective readings, you have to take it as it resonates. Maybe instead of listening to multiple collective readings, you should just pay and get you a personal reading. So somebody can really get down and dirty and tell you what you really need to work on. Because it's not the reader. It's more than likely you. Come on, we contradicted. Child, you don't know how to judge your situation. Get a personal reading. Personal. So it's only about you. Because not everybody can judge. Like, sometimes people think stuff is about them and it's not. This is an all signs collective reading, Frederick. Hello. Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. Eight of Cups is in the upright. The Moon is in the upright. The Ace of Swords is in the upright. The Star is in the upright. This person, I'm talking about this person does not. This person that wants you to be able to take care of nobody or anything. Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. So here it is. The universe. This person did not want you to be able to take care of your family. Normally, a Queen of Pentacles has little ones. She has other people that depend on her. This person didn't want that. This person felt like when I walk away from you, you should not be able to see your way out with the Moon. You should not be able to see your way out. So the Moon is here. That means you can't, it's blind. It's just you can't. So I'm walking away. You should not be able to take care of anything, and you shouldn't even be able to figure it out, because I'm going to make sure that you don't have no new financial beginnings. You can't go up the financial ladder. You should be losing money, right? Because a Queen of Pentacles, she's also somebody who comes with money making ideas. So this person, every time you tried to flip, money, they kept trying to stop it. And Spirit says, so they're thinking, eventually you should just give up and walk away from stuff because nothing you do works, right? So this person thought you was going to give up. Somebody is loved by the divine. Every one of the aces have been in the upright. The aces are the hand of the divine. The divine says, nope, you're going to keep birthing victory and success. Every single time, we're going to rain down emotion and love, blessings and overflow. Love and overflow. The universe loves somebody. I'm talking about the Ace of Cups was in the upright. Now you got the Ace of Swords in the upright. The Ace of Wands is in the upright. So Spirit is saying, here is the sword of truth, victory and success over all your trials and tribulations. No matter what this person does, you're going to continue to win because God sees you as his star, baby. God is always going to give you hope. God sees you as his precious star. You matter to God. Your light shines so bright. So he always is going to make sure the star card here, I want to cover up her nakedness. The star card here, you can kind of see how there's two jugs here. That's somebody who is always balanced out. God is always going to balance you out. And so while this person wants it to be one thing, it's not going to ever be that. Because karma can only give you what you have earned. You have not earned endings. You have earned new beginnings. That's why God keeps giving them to you. So you're listening to the divine. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So guess what the universe has to do? You have to reap what you sow. That is a universal law. Universe. That means it goes across not just our dimensional earthly realm. Universe. So that means that across the board, in any dimensional plane, you got to give this. As above, so below. Even in the heavens, that's a rule. That's why the third of the angels got kicked out when they decided that they want to do their thing. Well, you want to come up here and think you're going to create anarchy? Well, you got to get kicked out. Same difference. So this is what is going on here. So this person wants you to have innings, but you have done nothing to earn an inning. All of your work has been to dedication, listening to the divine, and putting your hands to work. So you got to get your blessings. And they're sitting up here confused because why won't they just get it? Because the universe don't work like that. So this person, while they're trying to do energy manipulation to create endings, the universe has to supersede that. The universal law supersedes your magic. And this is why you are not, you want these endings. It can't happen. You're trying to cut. Now, don't get me wrong. If you was doing this to somebody who was already out here and they weren't on the up and up, and they was just creating hellfires, and this was somebody, the universe may say, to balance out the scales, because this person is like raising hell, then we'll go ahead and let your magic balance out the scales and they take a hit. But you're not doing that. So you have to reap good if you have sowed well. Somebody has been sowing well. So this is why all your aces of your ace of cups, your ace of swords, and your ace of wands is all in the upright. And God said you are good and you stand out amongst all the others. Because this, you see how your star over your head is the brightest of all of them. Because somebody really listens to God. So because you really listen, God always teaches you. And even though the star is not about alchemy, she's alchemizing. Her scales are balanced. It's like the divine comes in and shows you how to temper yourself. You will always have hope. You will always be just fine. Always. Y'all want to know something so crazy? These are not geese. Remember that reading I did yesterday, and one of the collective messages I got was about the crane. Look at this. Wait, let me move my hand. That's a crane. That is a crane. What did I tell y'all about them cranes yesterday? I told y'all, go back and listen. I told y'all a lot of good things about the spiritual meaning of a crane. Prosperity. Somebody who is going to experience spiritual blessings, all kinds of good stuff. So you have to, because you stand out as the star, Spirit is saying, and this girl is surrounded by cranes. So this is saying God sees you like that, so they got to give you your blessings. They got to put you in your position. You want me to create an ending? They did nothing. This like me trying to put somebody who is out here feeding the homeless, like Mother Teresa. You gonna put Mother Teresa in jail? Y'all remember Mother Teresa? She was out here feeding the homeless. She was just so loving to everybody. You want us to take the nicest person ever and lock them up and throw away the key? Don't nobody like them. Don't nobody love them. Why would we do that? Make it make sense. Just like my trolls that come in here, right? A lot of my Roni, you said your name is Ashley. Thank you, sweetheart. So here it is. What you say, Roni? Oh, you said Ashley's cute. Oh, well, look at you. I love connection. Roni, like you, Ashley. Listen. Can I get over my alcohol addiction? Child, if you work on it, if you want to, you can do anything you put your mind to. So let me get back to this. You cannot make somebody, the universe will supersede it. That is a universal law. The universe's law will supersede somebody's magic. It is just a matter of time before it has to balance out. It has to. What's up, Wounded Warrior? Ashley, they trying to get you, girl. He said, ooh, Ashley. Oh, goodness. Spirit, do you want that ace? You keep giving it. Do you want the ace of pentacles? You keep giving me these cards. Do you want it in reverse, the ace of pentacles? Yes, okay. So now let's talk about this. So this person did not want you to have any brand new financial starts. I don't want you to have none. And here goes Spirit again saying, nope, 9 of Wands. I'm blocking it. Why should they not have no new financial starts? Look at him. He look like he is out here working his ass off, just minding his business, doing his work. It doesn't matter what this person is doing. No matter what they do. They kept saying, I don't want them to have nothing. I want them to be, this is supposed to be victory and success, but this person wants you to feel defeated. I want them to feel defeated, but Spirit's like, no, they're protected. How can they be defeated and they ain't bothering no damn body? What are they supposed to be defeated for? This person is sitting by themselves working. Got their head down in their book, just writing their little book, look, working. Why should they feel defeated? Who are they bothering? Who have they thrown swords at? Who are they about? No damn body. So this person's like, well, everything for them should dry up and they should have no new beginnings. This is how it should be. I don't want them to have no new beginnings. I want them Empress in reverse, and they shouldn't have anything. And Spirit says that would be a lie. You're lying. Queen of Swords is in reverse. You want somebody to go down and have nothing when they're protected, their guard is up, they're not bothering you, they're not bothering no damn body. They're literally over here working. So what reason do we have to back up your magic? Because I told you, sometimes Spirit will let stuff go through because, remember, the whole idea of karma is to balance out the scales. Well, if your scale has not been bothering nobody and it's way up here, how could they create an ending for you when you don't deserve that? Again, somebody need to go sit down and go back to the drawing board. Because you don't, it's like, I don't know, it's like they're missing a key element of how the universe works. The universe says this person, they're lying on the collective. Hierophant is in reverse. This person's not out here. They are doing their own thing. Hierophant is in reverse. They're not committed to anybody. They're not bothering anybody. You're out here alone. And so this person's like, well, they still deserve chaos and conflict and competition. And again, Spirit is saying, no, you don't. You're out here alone. Who are you in competition with? You're not bothering no damn body. You're not. Absolutely not. Spirit is even saying, listen, you want this person to go through all this hellfire and experience all this chaos and conflict and be in competition. And the universe is telling this person, you need to leave this alone. Chariot is in the upright. You just need to stop. Because if you don't stop, guess what the universe now has to do? Balance out those scales. So guess who's going to end up in jail? In that Department of Corrections. Your ass. Because now you have built up so much karma. Karma has to come for your ass. See, you're out here. This person in Spirit says you need to leave this alone because you are about to make it so you don't have no new starts. You're about to ruin your happiness because you keep throwing stuff at this person. But trying to be mean. Being just being mean for what? And so Spirit with the Chariot is saying, you need to leave all this unhappiness you're trying to throw. Stop. So it's like almost like now the universe is giving this person their warning. Stop. 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 How much you want to bet they didn't do it? How much you want to bet this person did not stop? And so because they didn't, now karma is going to do an about face and turn and look at them and say, well, now that you done got our attention, let's see what's going on with your scales. Child. So let's see. You want to know how this flipped around? Queen of Wands is in reverse. So you want to create endings to somebody who don't deserve it. So how about this? Now your confidence is about to be rocked. Queen of Wands is in reverse. This is somebody who is not as confident. A Queen of Wands in reverse, like, you know, all of the court cards when they're in reverse, they're not the nicest. So here it is. Instead of you going through a glow up, maybe somebody stopped looking so good. Now their confidence and their self, because remember, this person was trying to hit you in your emotions, not just your pockets. They wanted you to feel like you was having endings. Nobody like you. Nobody want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? Now they are getting ready to experience it. Your confidence, your appearance, how you feel about yourself, and how you show up to the world. You want stuff to be hard for this person. This is a this might hurt card. No, now we're going to make stuff hard for you. Do you see how hard it is for this girl to move? So now it's looking like, nope, not happening. So now your confidence is about to be rocked. Now you're going to feel like everything for you is hard. You see how it's hard for her to wrestle with this dog. And this dog is like a mad beast. You're going to experience temperance in reverse. So while this person was doing all this to them, now you can't alchemize. Now you're going to feel ungrounded. Now you're going to feel like everything for you is a hard battle. Like how she battling this, you can't get no rest. Everything just seems like it's working against you. You're going to be sitting here, and this is like 3 of Wands. This is waiting for ships to come in. Now, because you wanted to create delays and money, now you will be waiting and waiting and waiting. Somebody has got the attention of the universe. So while they was out here doing their personal wish fulfillment and celebrating, see, this thing about karma is your scales have to balance. So God is all about duality, right? And so things have to be balanced. So this is why if you do well, you have to reap well. If you do wrong, you're going to have to get the punishment. So since they did all of this to you, now they got to experience all of this. So now you'll be wondering when you're going to get some money because you're in the 5 of Pentacles now. You wanted somebody to be homeless and left out in the cold. Now you will experience what it is to not have a place to lay your head. Money is going to be so tight, you're going to feel like you're homeless. Did it pay? Karma's only a bitch if you are. That was what I seen this morning. Karma's only a bitch if you want to be a bitch. And a Queen of Swords in reverse is somebody who's out here being a bitch. Somebody was out here being a bitch to you. Excuse the language. But this is why they're now going through this. You did this to the collective. Now you're ungrounded. You can't alchemize. You're going to be waiting on your ships to come in. In fact, you're going to be in the 5 of Pentacles, so you will never have enough. Never. And you're out here without everything you need. This one's missing his shoes. He don't have no coat. So while you wanted them to keep having endings and not have nothing, now you ain't got nothing. Now when your shoes tear up and they get to talking, you can't go buy no new ones. You can't have what you need. See, this is what this person did not realize. This is why the universe kept saying, hey, you might want to stop. 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 Because we now have to balance out all this energy you putting out. So if you keep putting out a lot of negative energy, and this goes for anybody in the collective. If you are out here creating thoughts become things, and the universe can read your thoughts, right? And so one of the things they say about the universe is that the universe will always agree with you. So if you go, you know what? I want them to experience hellfire, right? And so the universe will go, okay. But then when the universe gets its book and go, well, wait a minute. I'm going to use Ashley. Ashley ain't did nothing. Ashley's over here but sitting by herself working very, very hard. Ashley listens to the great divine. Ashley has not done a damn thing for me to agree with you. So now, because I have to give you what you wanted, but Ashley was not worthy of what you asked for. So that means that there has to be a backfire. Somebody has to pay because what you wanted actually went against the rules of the universe. So you have racked up a lot of negativity. So guess what? You get to experience all that hellfire you just sent. You got to experience it. And this is why you got to be careful with putting all this negative hate into something. Listen, if you don't like somebody, stay your ass away from them. If you don't like somebody, click off. Don't watch them. Don't be all up in their damn business. I can't believe they can't. You see what they got on? Who gives a damn what they got on? You turn your ass around and face the other direction. Why do y'all do that? I don't understand this. It's like grown people will nitpick like y'all are in high school. Like, grow the hell up. This person is over here minding their damn business. Head focused. Blocks, they got a whole wall up. They're not even thinking about your ass. And you are sitting up here, somebody is putting so much damn attention into what somebody else got going on instead of focusing on what they got going on and had a nerve to celebrate every time they threw a damn sword. So now the universe has to balance out the scales. So you wanted so much hellfire, now your ass is going to have to go to the very thing. The pit that you dug for them is the same one your ass has got to go sit in now. That's how the universe works. It's just a matter of time. And the universe will let you think you're winning for a period of time. Oh, they will let you win for a little bit. And they will let you rack it up. But see, when God steps in, and whoever this is, they are loved by the divine, honey. Loved by the divine. King of Cups with the Ace of Cups. Somebody, God will rain down all kinds of love on this person. So even though God is watching them, so it's like no matter what they got going on, I'm going to keep an eye on them and make sure that they're safe. I will always love them. They are focusing. They're doing what I told them to do. Focus on your work, baby. And when I ask them to do something, they do it. And they listen to me. So who the hell do you think you are to supersede what God wrote? Those are his rules. You gonna reap what you sow. And for those of y'all who don't believe in reaping what you sow, there's consequences to every damn action. Same damn thing. Good or bad. So this person then wrote a check they ass can't damn cash. And now you going to be complaining because it's not going to feel so good when you got to go through it. But see, your hate was so big. It was so big. And y'all got to remember, emotions are all temporary. So why would you let a temporary emotion put you in a position that's permanent? Because see, this person wanted death. And for some of y'all, believe it or not, this wasn't just death to your finances or your emotions. Some of these people tried to do real death magic. I did tell y'all some people getting ready to leave here real soon. Real soon. Real soon. You try to create endings? Did you try to put somebody in a position where they was in a car accident or more? Oh, you was trying to put, that's right. Somebody tried to put out a hit on one of God's babies. And I told you, God forbid you hit an earth angel who is walking karma. Child. You getting ready to take your last breath. God says you want to see what life is done. You can't supersede me. So the same hand you dealt will be the same one you get in return. So somebody's going to leave here because they were so busy trying to create death. That's not how to work. That's just not how stuff works. So you're going to go through a period of struggle. You might go through a period of sickness. All of that. You know what happens typically when people start going through a lot of hellfire? Oh, now you want to change your mind. Now you want to come back and admit and say you sorry. Seven of Swords is in reverse. Now you want to admit to all the things you did behind the scenes because you want God to get his foot up off your neck. Now you want to act like you got control over yourself. I didn't mean it. I don't know. I don't want. I'm tired of stuff fighting against me. I don't know. I can calm myself down. Yeah, I'll calm down. Oh boy, it's funny how we just want to calm our asses down now. Now you want to act like you cool, calm, and collective. Oh no, I just want peace, love, and harmony. Ultimate happiness. Hey, I just want peace in the community. I want peace in the community. See, this is not just a family card. This is community happiness as well. Now somebody wants to have peace in the community because they don't want to lose all their options. But you just wanted somebody else to lose theirs. So now you're quick to try to come back and put the fire out that your ass done started. See, this is you trying to go towards peace. But you see this snake, now you got to go back. Now you got to go back. Now you want to say sorry for all the things you did wrong. And because God has his foot on your neck, you're trying to get back with a quickness with the Knight of Swords. Honey, somebody is like a bat out of hell trying to get out of this one. Oh, but when you did it to the collective. But the universe don't work like that. Just because you say you're sorry, don't mean you're not going to go through karma. You know that, right? Child. That is, ooh-wee. Cannot. This person, Holy Spirit, let me get one more. This is crazy. Thank you, Spirit. So this person, now they want to come in. It's funny when God starts. See, people think God is not real until they get that backfire. When God shows his real vengeance and that he really fights for somebody, that changes up somebody's whole tune. Okay, you know how like when they say uncle, or they be like, mercy, 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 please, uncle, please stop. Please stop. Now you want to come in and act like you all about the love. Now, somebody see how their whole attitude simmer and change. And Spirit says, I told you, this is not how this works. You gonna carry every last one of your burdens, honey. Cause karma's only a bitch if you are. I told you that was my channel message today. I seen it first thing this morning. And then I seen Department of Corrections. Somebody kept trying to put you in the Department of Corrections like you needed to be locked up experiencing endings. Some of them even sent real death towards you in sickness. No, so since you wanted this for them, you will carry a heavy burden. God says now you will carry burdens. You're already in the 5 Pentacles. You ain't got all the stuff you need, and you're waiting. Now you're waiting on stuff to start, because when this person was over here just working and minding their business, you didn't want their seeds to get off the ground, even though they were worthy of it. So the Page of Swords, the information that's going to come in is, remember, you didn't want nobody to work with them. Well, ain't nobody going to work with you. So when you think you're going to run to somebody and get up under them, Spirit is not even going to allow it. All money will be held back from you. Same way you want to hold it back from somebody else, it's going to be held back from you. Look at you out here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Whoever did this, child, was it working? Because God ain't letting up. You wanted them to go to be homeless. You wanted them to not be able to take care of their kids. Like, I need you to think about how deep your hate goes. If you don't want somebody to feed their children, kids ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Whoever this is, they sit up and your light irritates their demons so much so that they had time to send all of this evil. So now they're going to experience everything that they wish for you. Everything they wanted for you, now they got to go through. Money being held back, Page of Pentacles, all kinds of crazy. This person is going through it. It wasn't worth it. It just was not worth doing all of this ugly. It just was not. Child. The person you was trying to hit is a master magician. This person, all they have is all they need. A lot of times when that means all I have is all I need, that means that I have me and I have I am. God is all you really need. You was dealing with a person who they going to meet their goals. But you, on the other hand, person who sent all of this, you will experience burdens. And like I said, nobody's coming to rescue. Knight of Cups is in reverse. So with the Knight of Cups in reverse, this is saying no love is going to be shown to you. Ain't nobody going to come in and rescue you and get this foot of God's foot off your neck. Nobody's coming to rescue you. So nobody's going to come in as your knight in shining armor and restore your faith. God said, oh no, you're going to ride this, baby. You're going to ride this. So your money, you're going to lose money quick. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Instead of your money coming in fast, you're going to keep losing money fast. In fact, you might even lose friends fast because they're not going to allow anybody to come in and restore your faith. High Priestess is in reverse. Next to the Hermit in reverse. So the High Priestess normally is somebody who holds back. You were so impulsive and quick to do this. Whoever did this person. Spirit, clarify. Oh, shoot, I have to use another deck. Clarify this High Priestess in reverse. Somebody was impulsive. They was quick. So this is why now their money they're losing their money quick. listen, High Priestess in reverse. You know what's clarifying High Priestess in reverse? The Queen of Wands upright, the Six of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So since you was impulsive, this is what you win. This is what's behind door number, whatever door we on now, for your punishment. You can be confident that you're going to feel defeated and that your money is going to be growing extra slow due to you being so impulsive and moving without thinking. See, a High Priestess in reverse, that means that she acts first without thinking. And Spirit says you needed to be in that hangman. Well, since you can act without thinking, I'm going to give you something to think about. What you can confidently be assured of is that you will now experience feeling defeated. And your money is going to grow extra slow. Real slow. In fact, the Knight of Pentacles will sometimes just stand there. So some of your seeds, they ain't even going to make it to the ground. They're just going to be at just a standstill. You try to get a way out. It ain't going nowhere. Says the divine. That means, damn, do you know what that's like? For your seeds not to grow? They're literally just, that God ain't even letting it get into the ground. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest one of all the damn knights. So you're just sitting there with these seeds and they're not even getting in the ground. Like, damn, your stuff is ruined. And then with the Hermit in reverse, Holy Spirit, clarify this Hermit in reverse. Child, you're going to wish you was by yourself. Because imagine if God lets other people see you go through this. Ah, child, because instead of you being alone, other people got to sit here and watch you from a distance, but ain't nobody going to help you due to you being so ugly and just, cannot. Clarify the Hermit in reverse, please, Holy Spirit. Ooh. Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse. This person's going to feel like they're in a one-sided situation. Normally when you're in the Hermit, you feel like you have God on your side, right? Didn't I tell you earlier that when Spirit, when you start going through karma, I said one of the worst parts is that you don't feel the presence of your spiritual team. Child, somebody's spirit team had to back all the way up. All the way up. And so they're going to, instead of them ever feeling like they're balanced emotionally and financially and getting like seeing it happen, they're just going to keep feeling like they're out here by themselves, one-sided. Page of Cups is in reverse, one-sided situation. So it's like you're going to feel like the universe has you literally out here by yourself, like an orphan. So you know what that feels like. So, they say God's children will never be out here begging for bread. Never. God gonna make sure they eat, and he gonna make sure they have a roof over their head. Even though it might not happen the way that they wanted to, they're gonna find a meal. This person, on the other hand, their stuff is in reverse. Spirit ain't, that means that you out here. You on your own, boo. Figure it out. Page of Pentacles. Figure it out. Somebody say, figure it out. Because this is what they wanted for you. You can't take care of nobody in your kingdom, right? Can't take care of your kids. We want you homeless. We want you to have nothing. Imagine how that feels. Now, your stomach's growling. You want people to help you. Ain't nobody want to help. But you want to apologize and come on back and be like, sorry, uncle, please take your foot off my neck. Now you want to say uncle. And saying uncle means I'm sorry, mercy, please, mercy, stop. And the universe is like, no, we ain't going to stop. We ain't stopping because this is what you wanted, right? Page of Cups is in the upright. Knight of Wands is in reverse. You were quick and impulsive. You had very little emotion when you did this. Boy, look at y'all rushing in. You and your little army. You and your little bandits. And remember, they were putting out them swords. They rushed to do this. They traveled impulsively to do this to you. Right? They thought that they had looked at all the facts. And God is like, did you? King of Swords is in the upright. You thought you had looked at all the facts. And so you felt like when you looked at the facts, you thought that the collective deserved for nothing to be worked. Nothing. They deserve this. You rushed towards You felt like from your perspective, they deserve nothing working for them. They deserve the Six of Pentacles in reverse, to be out of balance, nobody looking out for them. And so since that's what you dish, that is exactly what you get. So it's looking like karma is serving a dish that's what is it called? A cold dish to this person. They want to give you a cold dish of nothingness. Well, now you get to eat from that dish. It ain't gonna feel good. Whereas the collective kept getting out. You kept wanting to be in the Eight of Swords. Spirit says, no, they ain't gonna be in no mental prison. I'm freeing them, honey. Free as a free can be. Y'all, please hit the like button, please, and thank you. This person's fried. This is just crazy. Is it Doriante? BB, Kristen, how are you? Seven Bird, what's up? Smith Ivory. Is it Lauren? Lauren's, I don't know, something's Lauren Christine. Your name is like put all together. What? Honey Hush. What? That's a different name. How you doing? Smith, Ivory, Frederick Henderson. I think I spoke to y'all. Alex, hello. Look at all y'all. Miss Monet, Miss Springfield. Look at all y'all in here. Vanessa. I don't want to keep going too far back. And Josie, you back again, Josie. Welcome, honey. Is it Hamadou? Hello, Hamadou. If you're still in here. Welcome to all y'all. Sherry, hello. Tandy, Michael. Okay, y'all. This is called the Witching Hour. Kind of appropriate since these people want to throw out magic. Holy Spirit, what do you have for them? ooh. Listen, Spirit, this says salt. Now, if you know anything about salt, y'all know that as most people who are into tarot or any form of divination, somebody knows, y'all know that salt can be used as a barrier, right? To create boundaries. You can put salt near your door. You can take salt baths to cleanse. Salt is all about putting up an invisible boundary of protection. And with salt here, Spirit is saying you are definitely protected. Your boundaries we covering you. It's like you're surrounded. Look, you see all the light, you're surrounded with light. So salt here is representing the Spirit. I'm getting a big cold shield. Spirit is like, we surround you. We're watching over you. Okay. Now, bewitched. You're under a spell. Some of y'all did not know that the person you were dealing with, y'all are on two different pages. Some of y'all are angels, hence the halo, and the other person was like a devil. And some of y'all did not know that this person was faking like they was your friend, your partner, or your lover. You did not know that some of these people hated you this much. That, listen, when they walked out of your life, you thought, okay, it's over. You did not know that this person was bewitched, that they basically had you under a spell thinking that they were your friend. But notice how the devil has his arms around her neck. This person was going to choke you out. This person was trying their best to choke out all of your new beginnings, little angel. So you're thinking that this person is your friend, that this was somebody in your corner. Even if they left you, you probably didn't think that they was like this. It was not until after the fact that you realized that you was dealing with a devil. Now, the spirits, respecting spirit. Do you see this big old eye? This is representing the great divine. Spirit sees everything. And so when this person touched you, I tell you all the time, if you touch an earth angel, one of God's babies, and we're all supposed to be God's children. But I'm not going to get into that. It don't work like that. It don't work quite like that. Because I be asking questions. Spirit says, but when it comes to you and this person in the collective, you touch them, it's like touching God's eyeball, and God sees it. Now, the reason why this person is getting their ass handed to them is because they didn't respect spirit. You tried to supersede what God said. You tried to supersede the rule, the universal rule of you have to reap what you sow. Well, I feel like they deserve to be punished. And the universe said, no, they don't. So it's like you weren't respecting spirit. So because you have not respected spirit, it says witches brew. Now you got to seek an alternative solution. Now you done created some mess now that now you got to go back to the drawing board. Spirit's like, now I got to let you experience everything they went through so you can understand something here. That you need to come up with another solution. When your ass gets mad, maybe you can go sit down and take a walk, count to 10, write in a journal, do some jumping jacks, go do something. But hitting at the collective, wrong answer. Because that was disrespecting spirit. Wrong answer. You need to go figure out something else because you're not God. You're not. So you cannot step in God's shoes. Because God gonna show you, don't nobody wear these shoes better than me, baby. Don't nobody wear these shoes better than me. And since you thought God wasn't watching, child, that big old eye says, I see it all. I see it all. And when my angels, there's one angel. See, angels don't look the way that they like portray them to us. They don't. There's one angel where it ain't nothing but eyes. Eyes. It looks like a big old like wheels on top of wheels. Several wheels, and it's nothing but eyes. God sees it all. So when these angels that write down, that see everything done under the sun, come back with this, they bring God the book. Here, what was going on? Oh, my angel said that this you did, this you did, this you did, this you did, this. Oh, child, we got to catch you up to speed. It's time for you got to come up with some alternative solutions. But the best way to teach you is to allow you to go through everything you just wished. Because you didn't respect, because 9 times out of 10, God gave this person warning. Stop. You might want to stop. A lot of times God will send prophets to tell you to stop. You ignore it. If you watch tarot, 9 times out of 10, you probably heard him. It's not every tarot reader is a prophet, but you know what I'm saying? You probably got warnings. You probably have gotten signs and synchronicities in some kind of way that God told you to stop. And somebody double dutched over that line. I'm going to do it anyway. Because I hate them. You hate somebody who wouldn't even bother you? That don't even make no damn sense. That don't make any sense. Spirit says, look, it's the season of the witch, honoring cycles. You're going to honor God's cycles, child. And cycles have to also do with reaping and sowing, death and regeneration. Think about like when the seasons change, right? We got summer. Spring is when things birth. Summer, then fall, everything falls back. Winter, everything dies. There are seasons to stuff. And Spirit says, you're going to respect my cycles. And some of my cycles, one of my other cycles is you have to reap what you sow. Right? And then remember, there's the law of giving and receiving. So since you dished it out, I got to give it back. Because you're going to honor these cycles. You're going to honor them. Everybody has to. And Spirit says here with the forest, it says you got to see the bigger picture. Somebody can't, that term where they say you can't see the forest for the trees. Spirit says, oh no, honey, you got to take this. You're going to have to look at this from a higher perspective on why this was wrong. You have to. Because this is Spirit saying you're going to see the bigger picture. And guess what's going to help you to see it? When I put my foot on your neck. That changes stuff real quick. When God really, when God steps in and somebody be like, oh my God, everything ain't nothing working for me. You're going to remember. This is why. Because God don't play that. You're going to change your perspective. You're going to see the bigger picture. He going to let you go through enough until you change your mind. And this right here, it says coven. You don't understand that this person is a part of God's soul family. This is like, you know how they have, okay, this was called the witching hour. And the witching hour sometimes is about a coven. But Spirit is saying, this is my soul family. Not an actual witch's coven, but this is my family. They belong to me. So when you come for them, you come for us all. You touching them is like touching my eyeball. You come for them, I'm sending out the Calvary. The whole spirit team. I'm sending out the angels, their ancestors, their ascended masters, all of that. Spirit animals, they coming. Come to light your little ass up so you get the bigger picture, but you should have sat down. And something else Spirit wants you to understand too. You have to respect my high priestess. What you thought was nothing, that you thought was sitting over here, oh, they're nobody, they're an easy hit. The reason they are over here isolating is because they're a high priestess. This is somebody who was meant to be in a position of leadership. And 9 times out of 10, when God is trying to put somebody in a position of leadership, guess what he does? He isolates them because they're working with the Most High one-on-one. So you didn't just hit just anybody. You hit a high priestess. So guess what that means? They saw every damn thing you was doing when you was damn doing it. They already knew what you was doing. High priestess and a high priest, they always know when somebody is throwing something. And guess what they do? Go tell their daddy. Oh, most divine God, please, oh great divine, help me. Spirit team, help me. Such and such is out here acting crazy. And so a person of leadership, every leader has to have a leader. Believe it or not. Who is their head? The Most High. This person respects the order of position. That's why they didn't attack you. They went and got the great divine. Let's see here. That says enter at your own risk. This person entered into something they didn't know what they was getting into. See, you thought you was going to be you thought you was going to be the boogeyman in somebody's life. You didn't know what you just walked your ass into. You done stepped into your own trap. Now you got to enter at your own risk. Child, please. Somebody go sit down. So go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. Y'all got to learn how to be nice to people. Like, why do you even have this much time to have this much hate? Let's start there. What is going on with your personal life that you ain't got nothing to do but sit up here and hate? Like, you ain't got no work to do. You ain't got no kids to take care of. You ain't got no projects around your house to go do. You can't fix nothing. What the hell is going on that you got this much free time to pour this much hate into one damn person who was not even bothering nobody? You know what? Absolutely not. I don't want them to have nothing. You wanted a leader to not have nothing. You probably didn't see this person as a leader. I know they didn't, because they thought that they could just take everything from you. Like, what? Holy Spirit, what you got for the collective? What you got? Worry is the first thing that came out. It says worry is an attachment to a particular outcome and the fear that it will not come to pass. This person, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This person did not have, they thought that they was going to get exactly what they thought, which was your endings. They had not a worry in the world. They really thought that they was going to get their outcome. And so they did not have any fear that God or anybody was going to step in. And that was mistake number one. That was mistake number one. Because, listen, it says there is infinite possibilities. So while this person was throwing out all this stuff and thinking, I ain't got nothing to worry about, I'm going to get, these endings are going to happen for them. There's infinite possibilities. So this person, this is how I know their mental is not all the way together. Your mental cannot be all the way together, because why did you think that your plan was going to turn out verbatim how you thought it was? The world, the universe is made up of infinite possibilities. So anything could happen. And so you're thinking, oh no, it's gonna happen. So you had not an ounce of fear that any of this, your plan was not gonna come through. And God said, okay, I'm about to show you there's many ways that this is gonna turn out. So you felt like you was gonna get away with that. Or, nothing bad was gonna happen to you. You had no fear that it was gonna come to pass, that this shit was gonna bounce back and hit you. You was wrong. You was wrong. You was wrong. Now, the collective, on the other hand, it says success. They will be enjoying their life, unfolding creative possibilities as much as possible is real success. So look, there it is again. What I keep telling y'all about these damn cranes. Didn't I tell y'all this thing about this? Oh, I'm getting a cold chill. These cranes mean something. Spirit says you're going to enjoy your life, the unfolding of your creative abilities, as much as possible is real success. You're going to have a lot, honey. Real success. These cranes, look them up. I gave the spiritual meaning in yesterday's reading in the first 20 minutes. This is big. This is really, really big. I am so excited for y'all. These cranes. See, look at them. Look at this. Yeah, look at them. Child, please. Now you on a hand. Look at you out here with this damn crane. I'm telling you, it's like Spirit just keeps showing me them dang on cranes. Spirit says you had to exercise a lot of courage. You had to have courage to see the lessons and the situations and face them constructively. High priestess or high priest, you had to have a lot of courage. And here's the picture. Sorry, I thought I had it on the right one. You had to have a lot of courage. And the reason why you had to have a lot of courage, you see how there is it's like a leopard here. I almost want to call it a tiger, but that's a leopard. So what I want you to know is, you see how it's not roaring up? You just have a nice one. Here how like normally like big cats, they can be very aggressive and like they can be like attacked. But notice it says courage here. You had to have courage to see the situation and face it constructively. So instead of reacting and getting into your root chakra and just going and attacking somebody and being really low vibrational, you had to step back and stay calm and move in a more constructive way. And believe it or not, that takes a lot of courage not to go after somebody and rip their head off, especially when they deserved it. Like you had to have courage that God was going to take care of it. So really in demonstrating your courage, you was really demonstrating faith. All because you had restraint. You could have literally ripped this person in half and went into that red represents the lower chakra. You could have really went there. You could have really went there, but you did not. You did not. You faced it constructively. You had the courage to keep your mouth closed and trusted somebody that God had your back. And this is why you're going to have all this damn success, truth be told. This is why. Hey, Amy. Oh, what's up? Hey, Roberta. Hey. That's right. It says, look, you got direction and growth. It says it's time to switch gears, reboot, and try a different direction. Look at here. Look at here. Do y'all see this? What is that again? Is that not another damn crane? Look at this. Y'all, please look up the spiritual meaning of crane. I cannot go through all of it again. It was so good. Prosperity, abundance, etc., etc., etc. All the stuff about spirituality. Spirit said that it took courage for you to go in another direction, to switch gears and try something different by like not retaliating. Because typically when somebody does something to us, the first thing most people want to do is hit back. But you did not. You kept heading in another direction. You just did not. And I know that took some courage for you to act like this crane. You know what a crane is? Graceful. You had to act with grace. When you really probably wanted to rev up and knock the hell out of somebody, but you did not. You kept yourself poised. That's what they say about these cranes. They're poised and they move with grace. It's something about their spiritual mastery, that like the spiritual meaning on why you can do this. And this is what helps you to move in another direction. And because you did all of that, woo, look at that peacock. Now it says, now you get to have growth. Feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities of self-development. All eyes on you, baby. You're a star now. You see how peacocks, when they open up them feathers, how beautiful they are? Now you can be open. Now you can be proud to explore all of these different opportunities. You have went through a lot of self-development. Oh, I'm getting a big old culture. Somebody out here in the collective, child, you have went through so much self-development, spiritual awakenings. I mean, you literally had to go. When them boundaries was there, you was working. Child, you was working with the divine. And now you really went out here and you did the damn thing. You should be so proud of yourself. So proud of yourself. And truth be told, with this worry, that's another thing. You did not exercise worry that God didn't have your back. That's something else too. You didn't sit here and worry about the outcome. You just know that if God said he got it, God got it. So you didn't have fear that it was not coming to pass, that God was going to take care of it, no matter how the situation looked. Yeah, they throwing stuff at me. Yeah, they causing that some of their little stuff might be getting a couple of licks in. But truth be told, if God said I got it, trust me. All things will work out to the greater good. You trusted in that. So you wasn't worried. You was not worried that God was not going to come in and save you. You was not stuck to a particular outcome that, nah, this ain't going to work for me. There's infinite outcomes. God said he got it. Okay. There's nothing for me to worry about. Ooh. I don't know. Is these show? Oh, it is showing up over here. One more, Holy Spirit, please. Spirit says, listen, now it's time for you to walk with confidence. There go that tiger. Still, instead of acting wild, and look at how calm he looks. It says, now you have confidence. Know and feel that this affirmation, beyond a doubt, I am all that I need to get what I want. All you have, ooh, I'm getting cold chills. Spirit says, hey, that's an affirmation, y'all. I am all that I need to get what I want. And say that boldly with a lot of confidence. And know it beyond a doubt. All you have is all you need. You do not walk by yourself. I am walks with you. And he will help you to be whatever you need to get what you want. And when I say want, it has to, listen, the more times that what you want is in alignment with God's will for you, child, there is nothing stopping you from getting it. Nothing. Hey, JP to God, nothing is stopping you from getting what you want. When I am is all that I need. I am. And so when they say I am, while you could be saying that about yourself, you know God's name is I am. That's all you need. That's really all you need, child. I tell y'all that all the time. Whatever problem you have, any area of your life that you need help with, God can help you. And he can help you to get what you want because he can become whatever you need. So if you need strength with losing weight, he can do that. If you have a problem with self-confidence, I can help you with that. And you can best believe that I'm going to strengthen your confidence because I'm going to trust you. Listen, it says, God says, test me and see if I'm good. I'm telling you. God is so good, y'all. Listen, it says, for some of y'all, it says play. Our work can and should take the quality of play, for it is play that stimulates creativity. Spirit says some of y'all, in order for you to keep those creative ideas flowing and to go through your transformation, you see that big butterfly, you see these horses and they look like they're playing. Sometimes Spirit wants you to take your mind off of things, go out, have a little fun, because when you're resting your brain, now you're making room for Spirit to come on in with some new creative ideas, right? So go out, have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? Go paint. You know how they have one of them sipping paints, or you could go do like my daughter goes to like those little pottery things and make little pottery. You know what I mean? You can go whatever's fun for you. Whatever fun look like for you. Playing at a park, you know, going for a run, going to the movies, going to a comedy show. Whatever is fun for you, go do that. So you can rest your brain, open. You're not worried. You're being present. You're laughing. You're having a good time. And now you've made room for a lot of creativity. So that being said, now it says visualize. Well, look at here. There goes another butterfly talking about transformation. So Spirit is saying here, and that almost looks like, is that Isis with this thing on her head? So it says, Spirit says, with visualize, when we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence to experience our reality. Are you a good manifester? Can you see the end results before you get it? Because, you know, this is part of being a master manifester. Okay, because like if you can see a transformation and like feel it, you know your brain can't tell the difference between you imagining something and actually going through the experience. So you can actually influence your experience of reality if you can get this down. Visualization. Sometimes like some people want a new car. They say, well, part of visualization, go drive it. Go do some stuff to make you feel this way. I remember Tyler Perry said he used to go drive through areas where there was nothing but mansions. And this was when he was like homeless. He didn't have nothing. He was just go drive through areas with mansions. Jim Carrey said he wrote himself a check for however many millions of dollars he did. You know, when he really wasn't making it big just yet. Do what you can to visualize the end result. And trust that you can experience that as a reality. Now, I will say one thing about this, because I'm very good at this. Pay attention to the details. The more details you can have, then, because you're going to get what you want. Because I can attest to that. But leaving out small details can be a problem down the road if you don't. So be as detailed as possible if you can. And then let the universe do the rest. Like, don't try to control it, but just tell the universe, like, it's like writing up a menu. Like when you place an order for food, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I want a hamburger, but you don't say what you want on it. Then when they deliver the hamburger, you like, well, I don't eat tomatoes. I don't like onion. I don't like mustard on it. So you got to be detailed so that when you get your meal or your new reality, it does look more like what you want. The more details you can be, the better. Okay? But don't try to control how the universe brings it to you. That's where a lot of people try to get stuck. Because it's like you're putting the universe in a box then. Well, if we don't give it to them, they want this hamburger, but they said it has to be delivered at 3:45 on a Tuesday afternoon after they get done with their yoga. And, you know, they got to go drink a cup of coffee and then we can deliver it. Like, that's putting too much constraints. You place your order and you do, and just leave it and then let the universe do the rest. That's it. So and that will help you to transform. Okay? There you go. So listen, y'all. That's it. That's really all I have for y'all. Cycles is at the bottom. I don't think that's really important. Listen, okay, I'll give it to y'all. I'm going to give y'all these. Cycles at the bottom. Oh, I keep forgetting. This is what it says. The wind blows, the wheel turns. We go through cycles just like nature because we're part of nature. So listen, just how one of the ladies earlier was saying she wants her situation to change. Cycles. Everything is on a cycle. Trouble don't last always. There's an appointed time for everything to begin and end, including lessons. Okay? So just know that you will have to go through these different cycles as well. And then here, this says happy accident. You see it's a lady here dancing. Fortunate accidents can act as guides to edit and be open on where you should go next. Listen, I know sometimes y'all don't see it because it said happy accidents. Fortunate accidents can act as a guide. I know y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say, but sometimes getting a broken heart will lead you to a fortunate accident so that to edit to where you're going to go next. Sometimes when people break your heart, it might push you to change something that you always wanted to. I have seen people like, for instance, a person who is very much on the heavier side. I've seen some women like their boyfriend say something really hurtful to them, end up leaving them, and then they spend the next 3-4 months and they come back dedicated. How dare you tell me I can't lose weight? And they do the damn thing. They come back and they are looking fine. And then he wants to come back and they're like, nope, can't come back. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes, thank you, Holy Spirit. Sometimes things that look bad actually lead you to some of the most biggest, beautiful blessings in the world. So don't always look at stuff like, dang, man, why me? Why this? Try to get the lesson out of it. And remember what I said. Can tell you the lesson. If you can't find the lesson when you're going through something, ask God to reveal it to you. Listen, this is an unhappy situation I'm in. What am I supposed to be learning? Sometimes it's patience. Sometimes it's trusting in the divine that he gonna come through. You got to ask God. Y'all got to get in the habit of asking what you want to know. He will talk to you. He loves you. You can ask him anything. Well, why am I going through this? How long am I going to have to go through this? What am I supposed to learn from this? He will talk to you. I promise you he will. And it might not be through words necessarily. You got to understand the language of spirit. Some people can hear clairaudient. Sometimes some people get claircognizant. Like some people have all the clairs. Sometimes spirit will give you, they will lead you, but you got to be present to see the signs and synchronicities and omens. God speaks all the time. All the time. You just got to get on the frequency and start paying attention. Okay? And that's it. Thank you all for joining me. I am the light. I always had so much fun with y'all. There was a lot of lessons here. Somebody hit it, somebody who did not know that they was a high priestess or a high priest. Somebody attacked someone and tried to step in the role of God. Well, I'm going to dish out karma. And karma had to say, sit down, child. We got this. Now you got to go through karma. Be careful how you treat people. You might be entertaining an angel and not know it. Okay? And I ain't talking about no heavenly angels. You might be entertaining earthly angels and not know that God is using this person to test your heart. Y'all never know who you're running into. I mean that. Sometimes we don't know. So while you're being mean and hateful, you might just want to be careful. Because walking karma will bless those who bless them. And you will be ugly. You're going to get it. You're going to get it right back. Walking karma. Because God will use earth angels to weigh people's hearts. Oh, if they give you bad, they're going to get just as much. Y'all never know when you're entertaining an angel. It don't always look the way you think it does. I just said heavenly angels don't look the way that you think that they do. Same thing goes for earthly angels. Think about that. Sometimes you be going ape shit on somebody and not knowing that God just sent that person away your heart and you just cut a fool. So when they attacked you, they didn't know who they was attacking. I bet they know now. This is why God was like, maybe you need to go sit down and change your perspective. Now I'm sorry. Oh no, you're not sorry because you haven't learned. You got to learn why this was wrong. And God is going to let them go through this until they learn the lesson. So that being said, y'all, If you don't have a personal relationship with the Most High, I encourage you to get one. Learn who your spirit team is. They are here to help you in any area of your life. I tell y'all that every night. God loves you. The divine has given you a spirit team of spirit guides and angels and all of that, elders, ancestors, everything to work with you. Every person comes here and they cannot intervene unless you ask for help. So get in the habit of asking for help because they want to. They want to be a part of your life as much as God wants to be a part of your life. He's hoping that you'll ask him because otherwise they just got to sit there because you got free will. Okay, so that being said, listen, I'm here at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific Standard, and 8:30 Central. I'm here every night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Until then, bye, baby. And I'm sorry to all y'all, I didn't say y'all's name. I had to quit looking at the chat. It was too many people trying to step on my sunshine. And not tonight, not tonight. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, baby.